Good mid-afternoon, socially distanced COVIDians. Can I make a product recommendation to all of you who are out there in the big wide world? I won't say what company made it, but it's a very useful product. As we're all looking at touching surfaces and whatever as little as possible because it passes on the virus, let me recommend this baby to you. I like to call it Captain Hook, but it's not actually Captain Hook's hook. Only thing you gotta watch out with this baby is next time you want to wipe your bottom, be careful what hand you use, otherwise amazing damage could be done. But can I recommend this product? It's a matter of a few. You can find similar ones everywhere on the internet. It was just a couple of quid. Yeah, I think it even, well, perhaps a bit more. It even got sent postage free. Yeah, little UK firm producing these. They're great for opening car doors. Opening bigger doors is a bit of a problem with them because they tend to sort of get a bit stuck in the large door handle. But you know, you'd imagine pulling doors, pushing things closed with them. They're great for car doors as well. Yeah, it's quite a good strong plastic, and what I would say, it's dead easy to sterilise and disinfect. Just simply pop it in a cup of extremely, well, boiling water if you can manage it. Leave it for a few minutes and then it's completely disinfected and free to go back in your pocket. So, with that in mind, let us go into a few things that we have been photographing on the old dog and bone only today. Right, first one to come up, right? And I wrote this previously on my last video, can't remember what day it is now. The Etonian English exceptionalism and privilege behind COVID-19. Why elites still rule. Thank you, by the way, for all of your likes and subscribes on that one. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe. Yep. What I wanted to say on this one, though, particularly is, and I'll just read out what was on there. Meanwhile, the majority of Tories plan to reduce 2 metre social distancing in workplaces. Herd immunity by other means. Remember COVID-safe workplaces? I remember them saying something about it. I remember saying to you, you should, when you go back there, you should ask your employer to see your stamp of COVID-safe certification. You should ask. If you haven't done, you should ask. I want you to ask your employer, has your workplace got that check mark? Is it COVID-safe? But here's the thing that you really need to think about. Herd immunity by other means, as I just said, remember, as I said, COVID-safe workplaces. The key phrase in the H&S regulations, health and safety regulations, is, of course, these two rather important words. Where practicable. Yeah, I don't know if you can see them on there now, but just always remember that when you think of the regulations. Remember the words where practical. So, what do you think that your employer and all employers are going to use as a get out? Sorry, it's not practicable. So when, instead of having to be 2 metres away from your colleagues in the office or wherever you're working, it is shrunk to probably, I don't know, 0.5 metre, yeah? Something like that. When it's shrunk so that you can ingest their asymptomatic droplets that are exhaled in their breath, you can ingest them when they talk to customers on the phone or they talk to other members of staff. Yeah, all the employer is going to say, and it's really true, and as the Tories make it so much easier for them by reducing that 2 metre social distance, all they're going to say, health and safety regulations and all that lot, sorry, wasn't practicable. Yep. When they pack you all into a lift to go to the 87th floor, yeah, wasn't practicable. had to get the people up there quick enough for the start of their shift, wasn't practical to put fewer in the lift, wasn't practicable to get some to take the stairs 87 floors up, wasn't practicable. Yeah? And that's what they'll argue. I love legislations that have where practicable. Yeah? It's a get out clause. Beautiful get out clause. Where practicable. Yeah? Shielding for the reactor to prevent the release of harmful atomic particles where practicable. Do you think they'd write that on reactor safety? Where practicable. What else could we think about? Seatbelts to be worn where practicable. Tyres and automotive products, safety-related products on cars, to be tested to this safety kite mark or European safety standard or something, to be tested to that, but only where practical. Where practicable, rather. Lorry brakes to be checked out to pass the MOT, but only where practicable. If it's not practicable for your lorry to go and get an MOT test and whatever, make sure its brakes work, yeah, well, that's okay, because you just argue when it mows down a herd of pedestrians, writes off a shop front and kills the people inside. Sorry, it wasn't practicable. It wasn't practicable to even get the test, yeah? Going on for something else, right? Black Lives Matter, of course they do. Do you see the people in Bristol actually trying to get him out of Bristol Harbour? Oh, dear old Eddie. They're trying to get Eddie out. Right wing. Tattoos. Didn't see any swastikas, but right wing tattooed men, assuming they're right wing, yeah, diving out there, ropes and everything. They're trying to bring him back. Bring him back. It's history. You can't erase history. Bring him back. Don't erase history. You're erasing history. Yeah. Well, there's another goodie. Yep. Don't expect the government to pay towards this. Of course not, because they're private health, they're private homes and everything. Yeah. We'll just add the £100 a week or whatever for the COVID protection for staff and everything onto their bill. Yeah. That's great, isn't it? Perhaps a few billionaires could have helped out. Yeah. Perhaps they could have done. Perhaps we could have taxed a few of these tax-dodging bastards and they could have helped out. No. If you survive in a care home, you're going to pay more. Can't disagree with that one, can you? Yeah. Mark Twain. Ah, you are so right, my friend. We have, and it's not just us, it's dear old Orange Balloon, it's dear old Hunker in the Bunker Trump, yeah? Hunkering and bunkering. We have the best government that money can buy. Not just for Huck Finn do I thank you, but thanks for that, Mr. Mark Twain. Yeah. And what do we have here? Ah, my favourite paper, the Morning Star, and it has been well and truly vindicated. Schools out, teachers vindicated in coronavirus row. And when you watch Boris on Question Time, no, not parliamentary questions, yeah, when you watch him, he's trying to go, well, but, 37% are going back and the figure is rising. Yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, love it. Yeah. What else can we get? Yeah, just about statues again. I love that one. Yeah. I've actually made it black and white, but I do love it. Yeah. I can excuse slavery, but I draw the line at vandalism. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And the statue one again? Yeah, just imagine that. Yeah? Imagine how little we'd know about Hitler if there weren't statues to him everywhere. Monuments. They're historic. Street names. They're historic. Black Lives Matter. Of course they do. And it matters that you are not constantly reminded of the history of British colonialism and how they abused human beings of many colours, not just black, to serve their need for labour, to serve their need to harvest crops and pick sugarcane and all that lot, yeah? One of the nicer ones I have seen, absolutely. Very nice, I'm glad to see it. Doctors launch High Court challenge against the Tories over their refusal to hold PPE shortage public inquiry. Well, that one speaks for itself, and I'm going to say it out loud for myself. Still waiting on my appeal about being expelled from the Labour Party to the General Secretary. Haven't heard anything. Come on, Labour, get your act together. Yeah, but let me tell you, yeah, from Socialist Appeal, it was completely wrong to pull down a statue like that. Sir Keir Starmer. Yeah? No, Keir, it wasn't. We stand for the removal of all racist figures, certainly, and I'm getting near the end now, starting with Boris Johnson. Yeah? I watched you in front of Boris Johnson in the Commons only a matter of minutes ago. What are you doing, Sir Keir? What are you really doing? Yeah? What are you really doing? Yeah? You say a bit, you say something, but what are you doing, Sir Keir? Are you doing what the Board of Deputies tell you can do? Are you doing what Tory Light says you can do? Are you doing anything that I would expect of a socialist Labour leader? No, you're not. You're Tory Light, Sir Keir. I'm in a very difficult position as to whether I would vote for you as Labour leader. It's very difficult. I know damn well if my local Labour candidate stood, if it's the guy who it was before, Mike Smith-Clare, Councillor Mike Smith-Clare, I'd vote Labour then. If I knew he was standing, of course I'd vote Labour. Unless, of course, there was an independent Labour candidate that I might consider. But I'd vote Labour then. If Mike stood again, I'd vote Labour. Absolutely. I'd vote Labour in local elections again, assuming it's somebody like Mike who stands. Yeah? Unless there was perhaps an independent Labour candidate. But I don't want anything to do with a Labour Party that has got Keir Starmer as its leader. Certainly don't. I really, really don't. I would like to stay friends with my fellow socialists whom I'd met through the Labour Party. I know that many are now turning their backs on people they'd met. I know that. I think that's really sad because I met some great people in the Labour Party. I campaigned. I worked with some absolutely fine people in the Labour Party, true socialists. I was with them for a while, and it was great. I've just been looking at some photographs at that time, going back to 2017, and they're happy memories. Anyway, I'm going now, yeah? Think about it, though. Yeah, it's not safe. The government needs you all back working because the billionaires told them they're losing money. And you, peasants, back to work. Bye.